I need to restore some vintage technology. Let's go. Alright, hey guys, welcome back to Tyler's Tech World. Today, we're going to be restoring a lot of vintage technology. Come along and I will show you what exactly I got. Okay, so let's go over what I got to restore today. First up, we have a stupid light glare, a Texas Instruments TI 1200 calculator. Mostly in extremely good shape, but there's some writing on the back. That's normal, but see that right there? I'm going to try and take that off and just a good scrubbing with some just Windex and stuff that I have right there. And then right here, this just needs a dusting, literally, paintbrush and done. This is a original floppy diskette or a floppy holder thing that goes in the disk drive when you'd get your old Macintoshes back in the 80s, brand new. So I got this, I'm gonna stick it in there when we're done. Next up, I have a silicon wafer, which if you don't know, this is what a CPU is made out of in the early stages, which is very nice. You can see each little block is a CPU. And it says right down there it's from around the 90s. And if you want, pause it to read that. But that just needs another scrubbing, and I'm going to take it out, maybe see if I can find what chip is made to go in there. But if not, that's also fine, because it's also just, it's really cool to have a physical silicon wafer as well. Now we're going to jump over to this side where I have a Apple QuickTake 150. A few scratches here and there, it works. It just needs the batteries, of course. It has removable batteries, takes 3 AA's. This is just how I got it. It has my little zoom or a focuser where I can focus at up to 4 inches close instead of like 4 feet, I believe it was, with this normal lens or so. And it just clips onto the front, and it also came with the neck strap, but it did not come with the software or the proprietary cable to hook it up. So that may be something I need to source. But I do believe that this and the Apple printers of the time use the same plug, so I'm going to try that as well. But of course, once again, I do not have the software disk to work with that, so that's another problem, that I can't find the software. If you know anybody, or if you have it, let me know in the comments down below. And here we have 2 Canon PD or P5D calculators. They both work. They have rechargeable internal batteries. I had to unplug for a few days, but it still works. And I just put more ink onto a little roller pad inside with a small bit of glue and stuff that I just need to clean off there. And they both actually work. Yeah, actually the battery in this one just died. So I need to put that one back on the charger. But here's the charger for it. I only have one when I got 2 of them, but I also have 2 manuals. But they both like got wet, so they have like a weird thing to them where if I open it, they kind of stick to each other, so it's not very good. Then they also came with a few extra rolls of printer paper, or paper for it, which is very nice as well. And the big thing you guys have probably been wondering about is this big old thing. What is this? This is a CRT from Sun Microsystems. It is, that bottom piece is yellow, but I'm not gonna worry about retrobrighting it because it's on the bottom. But as you can see, you have all your little controls right down there. Actual power flip switch, not a push. But this is a, I believe, a 15-inch or 17-inch Sony Trinitron tube. I know it's Sony Trinitron, I'm just not very sure on the size of it, but you can see it's very dirty, and it actually has a proprietary plug in the back. But I did get the adapter, so after we restore it, we're gonna plug it into my laptop. We'll see if it works. There's the model number. Focus. There. There's the model number and stuff if you want it. It's the GDM-1662B. So we're gonna attempt to fix this and restore all this today. Now, what am I gonna be using to restore all this stuff? Well, for the big old CRT, I'm gonna be using some magic erasers that are moistened and squeezed out because magic erasers, they're in their name. They're magic and everything. Then we just have some normal Windex and paper towels and paintbrush. Then some batteries to test the quick take and stuff. So yeah, that's about it from what I have to restore today. So without further ado, let's get to restoring. Okay, so the first thing we're going to restore is this. Oh, and by the way, I'm not using my lav mic right now because I'm going to be moving around a lot. So if the audio sounds strange at times, you know why. But without further ado, let's restore some stuff. So step one to restore this. Paintbrush. It's a little normal 2-inch paintbrush, nothing special at all. Around all sides, just brush, get into the center hole, and maybe just do some with their fingers and stuff. Some parts where I missed. An up close inspection. And I'm calling that restored. Number 1 item restored. Where am I gonna put my restored things? Off to the side. That's a good idea. Next, we are going to restore this silicon wafer. But first, just take it out of its home, just to maybe see if I can find. Cancel the back. I don't care. Maybe just see if I can find what this wafer is for. So, it's just on there like that. Okay, well, if it's just on there like that, it's not going to give me any answers. So, back in it goes. I did not know it would be like that. And of course, whatever. Like I said, it's just the back of it. I don't really care. Plus, it's a picture frame with these things. That happens sometimes. But what we are going to do is, first step, once again, I just take my paintbrush, go all around it with this, on all the edges, and this, and the paintbrush for that is done. Next, we will get a 2-ply paper towel. Fold it in half, take some normal window cleaner, put it on there. I like to blow on it so it's not too wet. It somewhat dries up a little bit. And then just take it and just clean it up. Now this is my first line remedy to restoring basically everything. Just because it gets off a majority of lighter dirt and stuff. It's very effective actually at its job of cleaning things. Yeah, it's getting a little bit tough, so a tiny bit more. And just go all around this, and you can hear it start squeaking. To me, that's how I know it's clean. And because it is over probably 1990-ish, that's almost 30-ish years old in 2019. So now I take the dry part and I just lightly wipe it. Now in the corners, it's probably underneath the glass, so and check under it before, not go that way this time. Just clean the inside of the glass. Look at that. So cool. There. I restored silicon wafer. Okay, this will also go off to the side way over here, out of frame so you guys don't see it. Next, TI 1200 calculator. This just runs off of a can't even open this with my fingers because the thing's not really there anymore. This just runs off of a standard 9-volt battery. So it's very portable. Yeah, obviously it's portable. It's meant to be a portable calculator. This is actually from 1975. This is now the oldest piece of technology I own. I don't want to even take it apart. And I kind of do, but I don't, because it's so old and as well. Now I'm just going to be using the same old, yeah, that was almost out of frame. Using the same paper towel from last time, because it's still good. And just lightly wiping around the entire device. A little scratch right there, can't fix that. That's just something that happened over its long lifespan. A long time. I'm not exactly sure, I'm not gonna do the math right now, but I know it's a long time. And those numbers on the back are gonna need something a little bit more, but I don't wanna risk damaging that back, so I think I might just leave it like that. Squirt. Yoo-hoo! Clean the screen. Because the screen's the most important part. Now, I believe the guy I got this from said it uses a tiny CRT like this screen in it, but when I looked it up online, it said some other kind of screen. I forget off the top of my head, but it wasn't like some kind of CRT thingy. And it's obviously it's a red. You know what? I'm gonna go get a battery and show you guys that it works. I'll be right back. And with the magic of editing, it'll be like it was only like 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back with some battery and a screwdriver because I can't open this by myself. Just take a little screwdriver and you just pop it open like that. The foam inside is surprisingly in good shape from 1975. At least that's when this one was made, or this model was announced. Oh, okay, I found my date code, I think. Let me see if I can get this on camera. There we go. That is a 45 and a 76. There, now you can see it. Which more than likely means this was made in the 45th week of 1976. That's my guess. And there's the serial number if you're interested. Here's some information about it. And this is what I like to see, assembled in the USA. Yes, and then Texas Instruments. Now while I'm putting in the battery, I'm gonna tell you a small bit of history about Texas Instruments and how they only really made one computer one computer that they're known for, to my knowledge, the TI-99. Let's just see this turn on. There we go. I'll bring it up closer for you guys to see that. There. Let's do 2 plus 2 equals 4. Let's see all the LEDs lit up. Okay, let's clear it. There. Let's see what happens if I overload it. Do a bunch of 8s. It just starts flashing. It's funny. I'm overloading a 1976 technology. So yeah, that's basically it. The basic 4-function calculator. You can do division, multiplication, subtraction, and addition. And then you also have percentage as well, but that's not really a function. And then all of them work. I did test them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you have to clear because it's only 8 digits. And then you do division, that, and that. And you can do that, and you see it blink, which means that it did take it. So every key works, and that's awesome. And there's just a little switch on the side to turn it on and off. And as stated before, it just uses a standard 9-volt battery. I'm just gonna take that out for now. This is kind of hard to take off. I kind of need to take a screwdriver and just somewhat get it up underneath it so I can get it out. Especially that node right there. It gets kind of tough. There we go. It's fine. Okay. And it looks nice on the inside. There's no corrosion, no nothing. Has all my feet and everything still. All right, this one's restored. I just put my battery in this one, my trusty shelf of stuff behind you that you can't see. This paper towel is trash. Been used up enough. Okay, next is the Quick Take 150. Okay, this will also be a quickie. Just gonna use my paintbrush again, just to dust it out, front and back. And once again, actually I'm gonna do this whole unit as well. And the paintbrush. The lens on there is super clear. I might even give a small demo of this when I'm done, because it's very simple to use. Because this, back when they first released the Quick Take 100, which was the model before this, some people saying it was the 100 and the 100 plus and 150 and 200, but from what I've seen, it's the 100, 150, then 100 plus and the 200. But this was the second one that they made, and the 100 before it was released at $749 when all other digital cameras before that were well over $1,000. And it was more useful than the ones that were over $1,000. So for probably the only time in history, or one of the few times in history, excuse me, an Apple product was, one, cheaper, and two, more useful than the competition. There. I'm going to call that one restored as well, for the most part. Now, what I'm going to do is give you guys a quick demo of it. So, batteries. This one I came prepared for. I didn't anticipate on demoing the TI-1200. That's why I didn't have that battery already. But as with I said before, the magic of editing, it only took a second. So, no really big deal to me. Now, it takes 3 AA's, and there's a diagram. Let me see if I can get this shown right there. There's a diagram. Maybe get up to the light? No? There's a diagram right there that shows the batteries, and there's one on that side for that one. So let me just get these batteries in here real quick. And I can demo it for you guys. These batteries are kind of tricky because you have to put them in very strange sometimes. They're kind of wonky. There's no corrosion on these battery terminals as well, so I like that as well. And then when you also have the option to put in rechargeable batteries in here, because if you open up this door, you can see the DC in board, or not DC in, what am I talking about? My power inlet plug and my printer. I don't have very good lighting right here. Let me go get a flashlight. Once again, 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Flashlight acquired. Ooh. This flashlight's pretty cool. Has multiple settings. There. That's the one I want. Okay. Now you can see it. If I can camera. There. You can see your power in socket and that's your data transfer one, the one onto the right. And they label it on there as well. Power and transfer. Now I do believe I have some of those cables, but then again, I do not have the software for it, so I can't transfer the pictures and ever see them. And on the front right here, you have your flash, and this is actually how you turn it on. You slide that and now it's automatically on. You close it, it's off. On top, that's my shutter button. And of course, that also you flip around and just says that older Apple logo and Quick Take 150. On this side, you have your little hole. Can I get you guys to see through it? That'd be pretty nice if I could. No, I can't. Nah. And then here's my little LCD that shows me information about the camera when it's on. So, this is my flash. You can see that no flash, automatic with the A, and then always on. And this little recessed one is to delete all the pictures. This is a timer, an 8-second timer. You can automatically set that. And this button right here is the amount of pictures you can store. If you have it in that mode, you can only handle 16, and that one 32. Because this one, it stores the pictures at 640 by 480, and this one, I believe, 320 by 240 resolution. And there's 1 megabyte of internal flash storage that you can store all these on. And currently I have full battery and 0 pictures on the camera. And this little snap-on device just goes on like this and snap. And as you can see, it just snaps over everything. And this enables you to have pictures that are very crisp and clear at up to 4 inches away. And I'm actually going to take a picture with it right now. I'm just going to show you guys the flash. So my camera might do some wonky stuff, but this is what it looks like. See. There we go, flash. And you can hear it shutter. Huh? There we go. And now, as you can see, I just took 2 pictures. You can see it shows I have 2 pictures. And if I were to get my screwdriver again, when I push this little recessed button, if I can even press it, this end, I have to hold. Oi. I'm not able to get it to push right now. Toothpick. There, this should be small enough. Get into the little hole. There, now you can see it's flashing. That means that it's erasing my pictures on there. And eventually that will go away. Give it some time. Takes a little while, even if it's only a few pictures, because once again, mid-90s technology. Yep, there we go. Now I have 0 pictures on there. And to just shut it off, you just close your shutter in the front. And there, now the screen's off. Open the shutter, turns on. Very nifty. Very nifty little device from Apple in the mid-90s. Now to take out the batteries, fairly standard. You just can yoink them out like this. 1, 2, and then the last one, are you kidding me? I accidentally folded over. There's supposed to be a little tab right there to help you get out the 3rd one. Yeah, this little thing right here, that is to help you get out the 3rd battery way in the back. Okay, I didn't actually do this. There, that's good enough. I'm happy with that. Okay, now I like keeping my little, this thing with this. So there's that. Now I can't close it. Whatever, I don't care. Okay, off to the side, you good, mate? Okay, put my batteries back. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna start a new scene. Okay, I am back. And next, I've had to take a small break. Stuff to do, life called. But now we are going to restore these 2 Canon calculators, and finally, off to the side you can't see, the main thing I want to restore, my beautiful CRT. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is, I can't really restore the manuals, so off to the side. And then I also got a few extra, as I said in the very beginning, I had a few rolls of extra paper for it, because these are printing calculators with internal batteries, which I found pretty neat. Got both of these and a bunch of other stuff that I already put away because I didn't need any restoring. Got this, the paper, calculators, and the manuals. And as I said, a whole box of other stuff for like 15 bucks. That was a no-brainer at that point. Okay, so all these really need is a good Windexing. And I'm just gonna, it's bothering me that it's not even. I have OCD in case you didn't know. Okay, now we are going to, once again, standard run off the mill stuff. This for this, actually. These were in pretty good condition when I got them. Most of the stuff was today, as you can see. This is a very light cleaning. So right now I'm just, of course, once again, Windex, first line remedy, seeing if it's gonna get off this glue right here. The serrated edges really cut things. Wow, nobody knew that. Clean that screen, clean the keys very gently. Paper towel. The side's not doing very well. To the side, up and down, however you want to. That is already off, but it was on. However you really want to do it. It's your project if you're restoring stuff. It's your project, but my recommended if you're cleaning keys is to go from the sides and the top. Never go like in a circle or vigorously up and down. Like choose a certain way you want to do it, either up or down, or to one side, not up and down or side to side. That I've seen it happen, and I learned the hard way once before on something not very valuable, so don't worry. I was kind of in a rush one time, which I shouldn't have been, and I ended up yoinking a key off of something. It was easily put back on, so don't worry about that. But looks like I need to, I feel like WD-40 right now. And yeet! I am back with some WD-40. Now this stuff is, in case you don't know, probably everybody should, but if you don't, this stuff is petroleum based. It is, I probably leave that on, yeah, for just a little bit of sealage. If you don't know what this stuff is, it's petroleum based, and it loves to eat glue. That's also why I have that on here as well. You just take it and you gently rub it on whatever you want it to eat up. The one that's in the better condition will be the one that I'll keep on the charger, and the one that's in slightly worse shape, like probably this one, because if you can't see, this one doesn't have any scratches on my screen, but this one has a slight cat, please cease and desist. You actually listened. You can see this one has a big old scratch right there. At least this one doesn't have as many large ones on there. So this one will be the one that I'm gonna keep fully working. But I'm gonna leave paper in here as well, of course. And that's just cardboard, I don't care about that. In case you're wondering, this is the charger that they use. The Canon CH3. And a weird thing is that it says it's an output of 5.8 volts, but on the bottom of it, it says 3.6 volt. But it does say use with charger CH3. So that's where I was confused. It says on the bottom it only uses 3.6 volts, but this is 5.8 and it uses that charger. Error they didn't see when they were making it? I don't know. But it's very interesting. Okay, so now we are going to restore the biggest thing, and probably the also heaviest thing that I now own. As stated way before in the video, but you may have forgotten, this uses, I have confirmed since then, a 16-inch Sony Trinitron tube, which, if you don't know, the Sony Trinitrons were arguably the best CRTs ever made. They have excellent color reproduction, and overall they were just an excellent tube. So I really hope this works. I've only powered it on, but without a source connected, so I don't know if it works actually. But first line remedy, as stated before, is some basic Windex on the top of the CRT. Let me actually get a little bit of a better angle for you guys, so you guys can see the whole thing. There. It's better, I think. It's tightening up. Not tripod. Yes. That's a good camera angle, I think. I'm just gonna run it along these grooves, vent grooves on top. Surprisingly, Windex is doing a very nice job of just getting rid of the dirt and grime off of it. I mean, just look at the top and some of the sides I got. This thing's disgusting already. A little bit of trivia, I guess. The guy I got this from, he was the... I'm not going to tell you. He had lots of vintage computers in his home, and he contacted me. I put an ad out on Craigslist saying that I was interested in purchasing used computers. So he said he has over 2,000. This he gave me for free because apparently it don't work. Well, we're going to verify that very soon. And something very interesting is that he apparently just gets calls about these old computers, and he just goes to pick them up. Like I said, I don't want to give away too much information about him. That's very interesting, though, in my opinion. And more Windex. What a Windex. What a glass cleaner. Any glass cleaner will work. So I used to use Glass Plus. I accidentally got this. Somehow I did accidentally get this. I don't have bad or anything. I just prefer Glass Plus because I don't have pneumonia in it. Maybe Windex has changed that. I don't know. So now, we are moving to magic erasers. That wasn't even on in the screen. Magic erasers. Let's do it. I'm just going to use the normal ones, and this is the value pack. Just going to use the normal one. It's a big one. That's a big magic eraser. Here we go. Moisten this up. Actually, maybe a bucket of water. Okay, I'm back. And just right off camera right here, I have a bucket of water, or a container of water, more or less. It's not a bucket. A bucket is huge. And this is not a huge amount of water. It's just a container. And what this is used for is for the magic eraser. Because I don't want to have to run over to the sink every time I need to clean it. And I just have a towel around it. Let me show you guys. I just have this right here, which I use to get the magic eraser wet. And then I just squeeze it out so it has its cleaning properties. And I'm going to be... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take off the back cover of the CRT so it's easier for me to clean the back part without potentially getting the internals wet. So I will be... Jesus, my foot. I will be returning back to you guys with a CRT in 2 pieces. Okay, so actually what I'm going to do is show you guys how to take apart a CRT. Now, most of them, there should just be 4 screws. Should is the key word. This one has 4. Most of the ones I've taken apart are between 4 and 8. Now, this one only has 2 on each side from what I can see. So what I'm going to do is just take off these screws without dropping my screwdriver and unthreading them the whole way. Is take out the screws and just pop off the back of the CRT, which is going to reveal any high voltage component that lives inside of the CRT. So once you have this back cover off, you are in what I want to call the death zone. Because once you end up touching said CRT, if it still has any charge in it, you will be dead. Now if you want to know how to discharge a CRT, there are ways to. If you want to know how to discharge a CRT, there are plenty of videos on YouTube to show you how. So now let's take this off. There. Oh, well that's nice of sun. So apparently it looks like there's just a metal shield around everything. So if it were still on, I could, but I'm not. Probably just still poke around it. because still everything's all hidden. But if you look up top, there's a little tool right here. Now it looks like that tool is used to mess with all of these controls on this side. Let's see what those controls are for. Oh. Of course, it's just to mess with everything the CRT has, like V height, V size, and everything else that's very important. Let's get back to normal zoom. And yeah, let's put this tool back. And now we may start cleaning. And now I may also put this on the floor gently and flip this massive, at least 50-pound beast back onto its feet. And don't worry, this has been turned off for about a week or so, but still, CRT is taking whole charges for months, sometimes years. So whenever you're working on a CRT, I don't care if you're taking it apart, discharge it. Okay, what's the inside of this look like? Serial number, date code maybe? When was this made? Doesn't say. Oh, nice. Okay, but right on the inside, right over here, once I get the angle, once again for you guys, you can see the Sony Trinitron thing, and apparently iPhones don't make very good zoom. So, but you can see it says Sony, and it's a Sony Trinitron 2, and they have the thing where it calls it a Trinitron in there as well. So that's very nice of them to do that. And if you're curious, I will read off the model number of it for yous. And it is the Sony Trinitron M41KKA15X. Now, when you're just using a magic eraser, take it out of the water and squeezy till there's almost no water left into it. You just want it damp to the touch. And almost everything comes off with a magic eraser. I'm not going to make you guys watch all of this. I'll get back to you when it is clean. Okay, so this is the result after cleaning the entire CRT. Watch the water. It's the soapy magic eraser as well, so you might actually not be able to see it very well. This didn't turn out as I thought it would, but you can still see the water is very dirty. And also it fell apart, because sometimes I needed to really go ham on it. Okay. My hands are dirty, soapy. Let's get some paper towel. A few tool pieces for doing this job. Put down, get off of CRT, the water. Dry my hands with the paper towel. Wipe on the screen on the CRT. And that is how to clean a CRT, or do things with a CRT. Okay, so as you can see, this is much cleaner. I got off around 90 to 95% of all the dirt. Some of it was not able to come off, and that's just because it's literally into the plastic at this point because it's so old. But I do see a few spots that I now missed. So let's hit them again real quick. There we go. Very simple. Then I just use a paper towel and dry it off very gently. Now what I'm going to do is put the CRT back together and we will test it and see if it works. I'll return when it's all set up and ready. Okay, so I did notice I forgot to clean the base. Let's just yoink that off. Make it very easy because my screwdriver is not able to go at a flat angle. So I'm just gonna slowly go with it. And then you can get it with your fingies. And how does this work? Oh, just lifts up like that. That's very simple. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. I like that design. Okay, this is the part that's yellow, and you can see the contrast from that to this. It's a different shade of color. Okay, this I'm not going to go too crazy on. I'm just going to use my paper towel method with this and Windex. I'm just going to do that. That's what I got off of it. So there's that. Base back on. Screw. If I don't drop the screw, that'd be nice. And you have to put it in somewhat of an angle, but with your fingies you can get it in straight. I'm a dummy. I can scoop the base down and get it straight. Wow. That makes it so much easier. Now the base is back on and I can jiggle this back up like so. Now I will go get it set up with a cable and everything, and we'll test and see if it works. Okay, so now what we are going to do now that the CRT is all put back together and restored, we're going to attempt to power it on. Now, I've never seen it run, so it may blow up or it may do what it's supposed to. So, power in. Oh, didn't go boom, that's a good thing. Now, let's flip the switch. Okay, well, we're getting high voltage. I heard the sound, but I don't have anything connected to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it back off. I heard the tube do its thingy-majiggy. Now here's the adapter that I use, or have. This is a, I believe the connector's called like a DD13 or something. Let me look at the back real quick. It's a DMM13W3 connector to VGA. So I'm gonna just plug in this adapter to the back, screw it in, because I don't know how this connector works. It might want it to be screwed in properly. Now I'm going to take one end of the cable, put it in the back of here, the other end of the cable, and put it into my laptop. Or one of my laptops. Now we're going to power it on and see what maybe happens. Is it going to show up a picture? Why is I see a thing. Why is blinking? Why is blinking? I don't think that's good. Let's try and power it off. Sorry, my tripod is not the best. It's a basic, but it works. So what I'm going to do right now, tripod, stop making my camera shake. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do some research, very quick research. I'm not getting the static on the CRT, that's good. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to do some very quick research, and I'm going to see if I can find anything about this CRT. So I'll get back to you guys when that is done. Okay, so unfortunately after about 10 to 15 minutes of internet research and various searches on Google and all that other sort of yay stuff, I was unable to find literally anything even about the CRT. I did find a spec sheet though, but no error codes or anything why that little light was blinking. Now I'm going to take you guys off the tripod real quick, and I'm going to just quickly show you the model number of the CRT again. This is what it is. 93, so it may be that I just need like an older computer to do it, but I'm not gonna try that now, but maybe that could be the only reason why. Oh my god, construction work. But here's the model number. If you guys that are watching the video have any suggestions on what I can do to potentially get this thing running, because I really would like to see the CRT work. Like I said, it has a Sony Trinitron tube in it, and those are like the best out there. So if I can end up getting that to work, that'd be awesome. So and that's really about it. So for the CRT part, I'm a little bit bummed out. I really want to see it work, but not everything goes according to plan. So yeah. Okay, well, that's about it for this video, guys. We successfully restored, or I successfully restored, it can be whatever, it is what it is. We successfully restored 2 Canon P5D calculators, a Apple QuickTake 150 camera with the little focus attachment, which is very cool. The Sun CRT unfortunately doesn't work, and I don't know what's wrong with it. So yeah, that's hopefully one of you guys watching the video can help me out with that part, or that issue right there. We cleaned and restored a silicon wafer. Ooh. We cleaned and restored a Texas Instruments TI 1200 calculator. And I believe there's a few more things up front here, eh? And finally, the last thing, it's loud. The last thing we cleaned was a original floppy drive protector thingy-majiggy. And also, we didn't do anything to this, whatever. But that's about really it for this video, guys. If you liked it, you know what to do. Like the video. If you dislike it, also hit that button as well. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.